Hey guys, what's up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video. Today, we are giving away $250 worth of XRP if this video can hit 450 likes within 24 hours. All that you have to do is press the like button, comment something down below, and have the notification bell on. So go ahead and put that notification bell on, because those three things are all that you have to do to enter. Also, make sure you follow my second channel. It is called Dusty. It'll act as a backup to Dusty BC, and we're also doing a very big giveaway on there soon. So, this week has been insane for XRP and Ripple, and we're not even talking about gains. No, we're talking about the community, we're talking about the news, we're talking about everything that has been going on. This week has been extraordinarily positive and good, especially with the 500 million from spring. Of course, we've seen another few of these articles pop in here and there, just with positive announcements and positive vibes, everything that's just making me happy to be an investor into XRP, or maybe I should say an early investor. But guys, there's also some other parts to that story, which is more so talking about the price and about the forecast of what is going to go down. BTC versus XRP. What will you bank upon? Bitcoin's bigger yields or Ripple's promising future? Now, I actually told you guys yesterday that I was going to talk about this later yesterday, but it turned out to be today. But still, it is quite an important subject. And whenever we're talking about this, there's a few things we really have to place within our core. And that is that Bitcoin has been here first, right? Everybody has got to keep that in the back of their heads. Bitcoin was here first, and it will most likely stay the coin with the highest dominance for quite a while. So we're going to disregard that for right now. Not looking at what coin was here first, which makes it the higher market cap, but looking at the fundamentals right now for the future and which coin you got to hold for what situation. So this is not written down. This is actually purely from me to you, from my personal perspective, as all these videos are not financial advice, purely for entertainment purposes only, in my own opinion. What I would say when you should hold Bitcoin is definitely when you want a greater store of value, when you want a very, very low risk and medium to, I would say low to medium reward as well. When you want a coin that is actually, in the general sense, the first catalyst of a downfall and a uptrend. What I'm trying to say with that is that if you're holding XRP, you're most likely waiting for Bitcoin to fall or rise before XRP will make a move. This can be a very positive and very negative thing. On the positive part, if BTC decides to fall really hard and you're holding XRP, you actually have a chance to switch to Tether before XRP decides to fall as majorly as BTC has. On the contrary though, if BTC goes up, you most likely have already missed those gains. And if you were a BTC holder, you can actually get BTC gains first and then switch into another altcoin to get those gains as well, if you would like that to do so. Now, what I also have to say, which is quite important about the situation here, is that Bitcoin actually has gains, and they come first, but they're most of the time not as huge as altcoin gains. So as I said before, BTC is grandfathered in. It's one of the first coins, but it's also so special is that it has a insane market cap in comparison to some of these other coins, and also relatively is so popular with an insane price. It just does not match with any of these other cryptos. What happens now is that BTC goes up, let's say 3%, right? But then the whole market is actually so far back that 3% is not enough for how much they want to move. And most of the time we see that reflect into the altcoins really well, where whenever BTC goes up 3%, those altcoins fall by, let's say, 9%. Since they are able to do so, their market cap is way less out there, and it's not that much of a significant difference as with BTC. What we're also seeing very often is that for BTC, what happens really is that a lot of money flows in when people start to get confidence in the crypto markets, and often this money flows in from US dollars or from whatever fiat, but also very often from sources like XRP, the altcoins, since people think it's a better store of value and they want to have it somewhere where they know it will be a catalyst in whatever downfall or uptrend will take place, and they don't want to be in such a fragile thing as XRP. But now, having said a lot of negative things for XRP, a very positive thing for holding this coin is definitely the gains that could be made relatively soon here. And if you did not think my whole story here made sense, let me know in the comment section down below, because then I'll just rephrase it again in another video, writing every single point down and hopefully making a better story. What I'm trying to say here is that XRP will most likely, after BTC starts off or kicks off a rally, gain a lot more than BTC has in that time. Also, XRP has a very good risk to reward ratio, as the risk is of course a little bit higher than with BTC over the shorter term and even over a longer term as well. Shorter term because BTC, well, I mean, it's pretty obvious why the risk to reward is better for XRP than for BTC. There's a relatively higher risk since BTC is grandfathered in, so it's here to really stay. Over longer term, this can kind of fluctuate, as some people speculate that BTC will be taken over by other coins, but I seem to still doubt that a little bit. But the reward for XRP is just so much bigger. Often people speculate that BTC and XRP are of equal proportions. Reason for that being is that BTC has a lot of great features, but none of them are superior to any other crypto, except for being a store of value and a catalyst, as we said before. But XRP is faster, more efficient, cheaper, easier to use, everything in that. So, in the easiest theory, XRP could also gain the market cap that BTC has. You know, let's say they equal up. That's still a times, how much is it, 13 or 12 for XRP? It's definitely possible, and that would also mean some greater gains for XRP. And also, we're actually looking at an XRP to BTC chart. It's been going down for quite a long while. Actually, it's been going down all the way since December of 2018. Just been one very big downfall, and we're just waiting for the price to pop up here and just to take off. But it's definitely looking like we're close right now, because if I look at the past, at some of these historical downfalls, what we've seen often, if we look at the first run, the big bull run, we started at a high point, right? Green candle, red candle. One thing that does not fit here correctly is the wicks or the shadows, as they're not really here, but let's disregard them for a second here. Green candle, red candle, big fall down. And if you look at it from this perspective here, two major dips, one extreme dip, and then a huge surge. What you're seeing at the end here, though, is that there's one or two little green candles here, right? So this is the daily chart. A lot of downfall, a lot of red, then two green candles here, a little bit more red, then a few bigger green candles, and go to the moon, right? Other time here, we can see it here again. There's a few green candles here just before the run, but there's still a red one in the middle. Here it was once more. I actually wanted to point towards this one right here, as there is quite a lot of red. One green, they tried. No, they couldn't get there. They keep trying, and then wham, surged up. What I'm seeing that is building up right here is that, we tried once. We tried again. Tried up, then didn't go so well. And now there's another green one building up here. If we're seeing continuous, let's say 4 more green days, I think the fourth day is going to be really insane. I'm just thinking that because here the candles were not huge either, as some people were talking about to me. Like, I had a discussion earlier today where people were saying that these candles have to be big to show a lot of price movement before such an insane increase. But as we saw previous time in the pre-phase of swell by Ripple, those candles were not big at all. And hopefully this makes a little bit of sense to you guys intuitively, as this is not the best explanation ever, but hopefully it is a little bit intuitive. Now, Ripple XRP was this year's yucky investment, whereas Binance Coin was declared the best. I find this so funny, as I see this from a way different perspective. How I see these investments is BNB was a very profitable one, and XRP is a very profitable one. Right? That might sound crazy to you or strange, but how I'm seeing that is XRP is in the accumulation phase, Binance Coin is in the take profit phase. And what the good parts about both of these coins are right now is that XRP just gave you a very big buying opportunity. You could have bought at any of these points and still be very good in quite a while, far from here. And Binance Coin has just shown us that they've gone crazy up in price, but that's about it, right? If you invest right now, you might hate yourself because you're buying at one of the higher points ever. With XRP, there's still times 10 to go before it hits the all-time high, which to me sounds like they're both great opportunities. And over the year here, they've performed great, both of them. Dog for show, XRP baby, dog for show on Twitter says BTC's 0, BTC will go to 0, XRP the standard. How interest rates affect crypto. Should you use effect with an A or an E? I still, up to this day, even though I've learned English like 15 years ago, I still do not know when you use E or an A with effect. Watch POTUS and Real Donald Trump. There's a few videos. And he also tags a lot of people. So I was like, let me quickly read what it's all about and what he's trying to talk about. But it is quite interesting, right? Because if you think about it, rising interest rates will affect stock, bond, crypto, and other markets. how rising interest rates really affect our world and how it all changes around. And even conjunctural, I think that's the English word for it, changes right now are so much of influence to crypto. Like, I think we should also dedicate another whole video talking about the situation and how this is all changing everything. But how about the newest asset class, cryptocurrencies? Some people have even claimed that the preeminent crypto Bitcoin may replace gold in the future. Of course, there are plenty of detractors, but that raises the question, how do cryptos react to changes in interest rate? One problem is that the cryptocurrencies have only been around for a couple of decades. What? Is that cryptocurrencies have only been around for only one decade really, and they've only become more feasible in the last decade. And they're only become popular with the deluge of information that accompanies popularity in the last couple of years. That doesn't give much time series data to work with, and Bitcoin debuted around the time of the outbreak of the global financial crisis in 2008, a little bit after that, of course. However, as Bitcoin trading standardizes somewhat in products like futures, the price of the relatively fixed supply currency will fluctuate depending on demand. If interest rates fall, more cash flows around the economy, and consumers and investors have more money to spend and invest, Bitcoin might become more affected by interest rate shifts from the influential central banks. For now, though, Bitcoin and relatives are in a world of their own. My personal belief is that while blockchain would change the way we work and live, Bitcoin may not be the dominant cryptocurrency and will eventually go to zero. What I'm thinking about this is like, wait, there's interest rates and they might even affect cryptocurrencies? Because interest rates, it's very logical that they influence stocks and bonds. Very logical. Oh, it's actually with an A. Yeah, he just wrote it wrong. It's very interesting and very logical that they affect bonds and stocks. But whenever you're talking about crypto, it's such a vague place. You're like, oh, how does it affect them? How does it do so? Because we don't really know the relationships between global wealth, money, and whatever, and cryptocurrencies. We don't really know how people react when there's more money in the world. Do people really invest more into cryptos? Because it's not that related to anything else. And it's so strange. But I'm wondering still, if there was a major shift in interest, a really insane shift, would there also be a major shift in consumption of crypto, or like in purchase of crypto and demand of crypto? I do think so, right? Even though it's not to be proven yet, there's still so many theories that contradict this as well. There's so many questions about the whole situation. I definitely think that it would be a very, very interesting thing to test out, maybe on a smaller scale if somebody has the time left for it. XRP Labs Vitsevint hints at XRPL bridged bank accounts for community to ease payments. This has been ongoing for quite a while, but he's getting more and more out there. And I think we're not even that far away from really getting a community banking system going for XRP. This is again from XRPL Labs Vitsevint, the one who created the XRP tip bot. But they're really working to get a banking system going, and Vitsa needs to get a banking license so they can get an XP-derived bank. But it's crazy how they're working to get that done. Is that not really like mind-boggling how communities can achieve these things? But yeah, that was actually my story for XRP for today. There's so much stuff to talk about, but make sure you follow my second channel as well. I'll be posting some more channels on here that I'm going to create over time here to maybe, give you guys some other cool topics as well. Much relief, Dogecoin finally listed on Binance. I just wanted to quickly have some other news about cryptos in these videos as well. So I think I should introduce you guys more to, some other stuff next to XRP. So 1 Doge still equals 1 Doge, but it's now available on Binance. Really amazing news for Dogecoin lovers, and also in terms of price was very good for the coin. Might have finally sparked some more life into it, as it was on a very good warpath for quite a while. XMR surges 9% despite disclosure of brutal patched Monero bug. There was a very big Monero bug. A lot of people were really, really afraid, really scared. And you could create XMR, so Monero, that didn't really exist on the blockchain, which was one of the major bugs, and that is, of course, very, very scary. Now, what was positive about the situation here is that XMR is actually surging right now, and they're working very, very hard to secure everything and to get everything up and running and positive, and they're really giving it a positive twist, which is something that I like. Revealed on July 3rd by developers on HackerOne, or Monero was recently subject to a number of security vulnerabilities, and if they're working with HackerOne, again, I don't actually know if they're working with them together or if HackerOne did an investigation on request or if they did it randomly. I don't even know. But I think it's a positive thing because now they're fixing things, they're getting things done, and whenever they release a bug like this, especially Monero, which is known for being good at what they do, yeah, you know there's a fix coming, or that it has already been fixed for them to really let this go out. And Tezos Foundation announces $1 billion strategic partnership with BTG, Pactual, and Dalma Capital. XTC price just surged in response. Actually, I've not checked out this too much. Just thought it was worth mentioning that XTZ, which is Tezos, who's often feuding with Cardano, is doing brilliantly actually. In a press release yesterday, July 3rd, which is already a few days ago, the two firms, BTG and Dalma Capital, announced that they were teaming up with the security token offering and also the already underway Raibds STO using Tezos' blockchain. That's pretty positive, pretty cool to see crypto getting to the mainstream as we've been talking about for quite a while. But guys, that was it for this video once more. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, let me know with a like on this video and a comment down below. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. If you did learn something, that would be very, very amazing. But thank you guys all for watching. Take care and stay healthy.